All right, hey everybody, 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here on our Tuesday afternoon. It's been a while. It's good to see everybody out here today. I wanted to give you an update on the tropics. November 1st, guys, last month of hurricane season. And would you believe it, on the first day of the last month of hurricane season, we have two tropical systems that we're watching, both of which are likely to become hurricanes, at least possible for Lisa here, before they move on land. But it looks like both of which will not affect the United States. We'll have to watch some moisture from this getting into the southern Gulf of Mexico towards South Texas later, but it does not look like it's going to be much of a concern for most of the folks along the United States. So that's really good news. Hey guys, don't forget our 10 Tampa Bay YouTube page. I'm having trouble getting in there. You can also find it on my YouTube page, Bobby Deskins Weather. But if you're out on YouTube, don't forget to get to those pages, okay? All right, so let's talk about, let's go to the big picture here. This is obviously Lisa, and you can see it actually looks pretty good. I mean, you can see the pretty good outflow all the way around the storm here. And it's been improving over the last several days, but especially today. That looks pretty good. Big envelope moisture. But basically, it's running out of time. It's going to run into Central America. Winds right now at 60 miles per hour. It's moving to the west at 15, and the pressure is about 1,001. That's very similar to what it was earlier this morning. And you can see the forecast, though, does get it to a hurricane by tomorrow morning. 80 mile per hour winds. In fact, 90 mile per hour winds, just below a Cat 2. That would be by tomorrow afternoon. But then it makes landfall in Belize and then falls apart as it moves out over land. And so we'll watch some of this moisture here, but generally the overall track just takes it off towards the west-northwest. So good news as far as that is concerned. Now let's take you out to the Atlantic here. Obviously, Bermuda is right there where the M is in Bermuda. You can see the systems here. Obviously, the east coast of Florida. Here comes another front for them. And good news for the fronts for those folks, because what that does is helps take whatever's out here and pick it up and move it on out. And that is exactly what we're looking for Martin to do. This is the latest as of 11 o'clock this morning, 50 mile per hour winds. It's moving to the east at 12. Pressure is actually lower. This is a stronger system, at least pressure-wise, than what we have for Lisa. But it's getting over cooler water, and it's going to be moving out to the east and the northeast. So you can see here, there's the latest track on that. But again, look by tomorrow afternoon, 80 mile per hour wind, so it's a hurricane. Thursday as well. I mean, subtropical system at this particular point because it'll be cold core now. Much cooler water up here. But bottom line is, look, not affecting anybody, right? Big fish storm. So we will take that. That is always good news. Now, these do take up a name on the list. So if your name is Lisa or Martin, there you go. Nicole, you might have to wait. Let's see. That's the next name on the list. Things aren't looking like we're going to see too much development over the next couple of days. But let me show you some of the models here. Let me close this out here. I'm going to start with the GFS. I don't even know why. Right. GFS been all over the place. But here, keep an eye on here. Okay, it's got it moving into Central America. That's Lisa. And then here is Martin. Right, that's by Thursday morning. You see Martin swoops up Thursday afternoon. And then here's a little bit of the moisture that's left over. There's just not much left by Friday afternoon over central Mexico there. So development is not expected anywhere else. Now watch what's happening here. There's PR. You see Puerto Rico right there. And then you can see this right here. Watch this area in here. Okay. This is going to try and just spin up some moisture and head it back in this direction. I don't think it develops, but certainly think we're going to try and develop at least a broad area of low pressure. This is the GFS. It's got a system out here. Then it kind of sits it there and then kind of throws maybe a little bit of moisture our way. But nothing, I mean, like 1,003 millibars, that's nothing terrible. But I'm having a hard time buying this model, especially the way it deepens it up. Then you can see, look, our water temperatures in the upper 70s along the coast. The water out here in the loop current is better than 80 degrees. So we're not quite at the point in the season where we say, oh, water's too cool, we don't have anything to worry about. We had that cool snap. It did cool the water down, but it's been warming back up. So we'll watch this. This would give us some rain, not a lot of wind if that were the case. That's the GFS. let's look at the European. And let me just tell you, the European's been doing a lot better than the GFS on a lot of things. European taking Lisa into Central America. This is tomorrow evening. There's Martin, actually a stronger storm, tightening up and then quickly getting sucked up to the North Atlantic. Now let's go and let's start Friday and watch this area north of Puerto Rico, northeast of the Bahamas, east of the Bahamas. You see the moisture trying to gather there. This is through Sunday afternoon right here. And look, it's closing a little low off here, okay? And then it's trying to back it off to the west a little bit. But you see how broad this area of low pressure is? This is really nothing developing here. There is a low there. I just don't know that we'll get something to develop out of that. I'm not looking at this going, oh, man, we're going to have tropical storm warnings. Yeah, I just don't see anything like that happen. This is just a broad area of low pressures. But it does bring moisture. And it may sound bad, but I'm more concerned about the humidity because this is just not going to let any cool, dry air in place. It's going to keep it humid. It will give us at least a chance for some showers if this holds, but this is Tuesday of next week. There's Wednesday, and you see it tries to develop it off the Carolinas and off the East Coast, Jersey, right? So way out in time. The ensembles, this is the GFS. See the lows starting to form down here. It's got lows all over the place. But overall, it's got this broad area of low pressure. Bringing a low over towards South Florida. Again, nothing majorly organized. In fact, I can back this up and show you some of what you would see as circles. Each one of these is different, so you're not going to see all those. But every one that I just showed you, if you see all of these lows here, again, it would only be one. But this is multiple runs of the forecast model. So it kind of shows you what the forecast is thinking. What the model's thinking. None of these are strong. Not terribly strong. 994. So nothing really to worry about. This one I would buy better. This is the European model. There go the two systems. I might have to refresh this. Let me try that real fast. See if I get some more data here. Here come the lows forming. See it? Same little spot here. This is Tuesday night of next week, or Sunday night of next week. There, it's got this broad low pressure moving over in this direction. Now, if you look at the lows here, it's just nothing strong, right? It's nothing really organized. Perhaps once it gets up towards the Carolinas, we'll have to watch. All right. This is another way to look at it. This is the look at tropical depression probabilities going out through the end of next week, through Friday the 11th. All right. From the GFS, you don't see really anything in here. That's saying, like, are we going to get a depression? Are we going to get a tropical storm? Are we going to get a hurricane? Right? So this is just tropical storm, and they're not seeing anything. This is the European model, and it's starting to see something for perhaps a tropical storm. Tropical depression is going to fill more in here. Tropical storm versus hurricane probability? No, it's not seeing it. So bottom line, we'll watch this area out here. I'm not concerned about it. I think more than anything else, it's just going to keep us on the warm and keep us on the muggy side. We may actually get some rain, as I mentioned, from it. And look, we need the rain. So that's not a terribly bad thing for to happen here. So not too upset about it, but we'll keep a close eye on it. Otherwise, Lisa here and Martin up here, we're looking good. It should not affect us. Okay, guys, that's it. It's good to talk to you. It's good to see you. I hope you had a happy Halloween. 88 today. Welcome to November. We should be about 82 to 83 degrees for this time of the year. So that's it. I'll let you get back to